pinatawag nato na mga malice actions that the office have actually and respectively done their action para answer atong ilahang mga action atong mga students. So as of November 9, this is our updated research guide, and if I'm not mistaken, this is actually shared now and sent to your research advisors and research personnel. So research advisors and research personnel po, kindly inform the office immediately pag hindi po tayo nakatanggap ng copy ng ating bagong research guide as per as to November 9 na update. So step 1, okay, step 1 natin, klaro po, we need student researchers, we need to prepare the following. Number 1 po, according to our OPM, we should include our research agreement form individually. May pangalan nyo and may pirma ninyo. Your title proposal, your questionnaire, your title evaluation form. All of these documents must be filled in. Naana na siya isulat. So kasabot, pag isend na to na sa atong research personnel, nakasulat na dito ilahang names, nakasulat na asa nga part inyong mga names as well as your title. Please do not forget to indicate them. And the last one, your assignment of research personnel form. This should be filled in or dapat meron ng course code ninyo, ng program ninyo, and names ninyo. So, reminder students, ang pinakauna po nating sendan na mga nito is our, or ang magsisend sa ating una nito is our research 1 subject teacher. Pag natanggap na nating mga forms na ito, na-fill in na nato, isaya ka para makasabot dyan, okay? Ma-fill in na nato na sila before we send our research personnel form to our research personnel. We will also inform them, Ma'am, Sir, the following, ani kami po ay inyong advices. Ikaw po ang data analyst, ikaw po ang panel namin. Dili na mag-send lang ka sa ilaha og documents na walay content. Later on, ang specifications, Ana, I will present it to you. Okay, that's step 1. That's for your title proposal. Next is the step 2, the submission of those documents to your subject teacher, inyong Res 1 teacher. So the documents should be named accordingly. Kani ang suggestion. Okay? So let's start with kantahay imuhang grupo kay group Z, because you are from zone 3. So Z3 001. So, anak dapat ang sugod sa ato ang group sa ato ang file name. Nga naman, it would be easy for us to identify na from zone 3 ni siya, ay from zone 1 ni siya, ay group ni siya 001 sa zone 3. Okay? I hope klaro ni siya. Next, ani pagsulat, ani paghimo sa inyo agreement form kay tagsa-tagsa man. So kaning Gates dire example ni siya na apelyido ha kay idol man naman si Bill Gates. So Gates among example. But it should be the family name of the student researcher. So there should be 3 research agreement forms sa inyong file. Si student 1, si student 2, student 3. Inyong ang family name. Your title proposal, your questionnaire, your title evaluation form, and your assignment of research personnel. All of these, kaning group 1 diri, change ni ninyo ha, inyong grupo ni isulat diri. Okay? So, unsay format sa ato ang pag-email? Unsay content niya? Okay. Okay. This is the correct format. I hope makita. Students, makita ba? Please acknowledge.
Yes po, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
May inquiry, may questions tayo and request. In sending email, before attaching the files and documents, we must first indicate the following. Pina-strong din ang pagsulti na pag-indicate, ha? You have to tell us kung saan grupo mo. Kung sa inyong mga pangalan, sa title sa inyong research, unsa to mga files nga attach ninyo nga naa dire according sa step. Okay? Next, Indicate if rest 1 or rest 2 na mo for easy tracing, and as well as identification of the specific concerned research personnel. Kanigid ang among tagag-emphasis. So, butangan dyan ito, attention, data analyst. Kasi pangalan ni data analyst, Lovely May R. Prieto. So, therefore, attention, Lovely May R. Prieto, data analyst. So kami na naka-CC, kabalo mi, this email is not intended for me. Ang attention dili si Ma'am Prieto. Kaya naana sila sa part sa magpa-analyze of data. And the last one, And the last one, the stage or phase in your research process according to your research guide. I hope that is clear. So mind that, pag dili to siya ma-follow na format, we will have an agreement that your research personnel has the right to ignore your email. Ano man, logic ka. Pag sendan mi ninyong files na walay content ang inyong email, ang among pangutanan sa myself, kung saan na mo ni ilahang email, kung saan na mo inyuhang files, ano man, wala na mo information na gihatag sa amo akong saan na. Therefore, everyone should follow the correct email format. So pag makita ni research personnel dito kung sa inyong tuyo ay naka-attention sa iya, I'm pretty sure tubago na ni research personnel. Tubagon dyan na niya kay naka-attention iyang name dito. Always remember CC, your research coordinator, the RPC head, your panel 1, your panel 2, and your advisor and research 1 or research 2, research 1 subject teacher. Bakit? This is for easy tracing. Let's mention, last time, no, na amin nagka-problema ang student researchers o iyahang research personnel. It was difficult on our part to trace kung unsa ang conversation in between sa two. Ano man, wala man may gisisi. So, asa mi mag-refer? Unsay last convo ninyo, unsay last nahitabo, unsay last email, daghan kay pangitaon. Unlike if gisisi mi ninyo, that would be easier on our part na makita na dili na part ng student, wala na reply si research personnel. That's the time musulod si RPC and then inform your research personnel, ma'am, sir, nag-email na po ang mga bata, ma'am, 1 month na po, wala pa po ta nagsagot. But okay, always remind yourself, student researchers, you have to allot 5 to 10 working days, excluding Saturday, Sunday, and holidays. Tao po ang inyong mga research personnel. Matulog na sila, pagpahulay na sila. The same as you, masuko mo o sendan o activity sa paper o alas 11 sa gabi. It's the same on our end. So please address your research personnel with your utmost respect and courtesy. Alauna sa kadlaw, dili ta mag-email sa atong research personnel. Dili ta mag-PM sa ilaha. Natulog na sila. Tao po yan sila. Let's move on. Step 3. Your title proposal schedule via web defense. So your subject teacher now will create a schedule for that matter. However, in our practice here, so we haven't had a web defense. So previously it was implemented, but due to the overwhelming schedule of our research personnel as well as the office, we now shifted to research evaluation rating now. And that will serve as your defense. Though, still you have to allot the research personnel time to check, to evaluate, review, read your paper. So you have to allot them again 5 to 10 working days. Dili nga pag send mo 10:30 sa morning, gusto mo pag 10:40 sa morning, reply dahil sila no. Basahon na nila yung papel. I-check nila yung papel, i-evaluate nila if there's something that needs to be revised and i-edit. I hope that's clear. Let's move on. Step 4. This is now the announcement of your research personnel assignment. So your subject teacher will inform you, the students, via email, paper. So at one end, if I'm not mistaken, I'm with GC with your research 1 teacher. So dito, ginasend nila ang research monitoring form where indicates your research group number, your research personnel. Naa dito, kinsa inyong panel 1, panel 2, kinsa ang inyong data analyst as well as your advisor. So dapat naamoy copy ato and research one research rest one subject teacher should give you a copy. Okay? Next, step 5 tayo. So submit your proposal documents to RPC with the following email. So again, for Zone 1, which comprises of the DBAE and DAE departments, or BSBA and Accountancy, that's RPC Tagum Zone 1 at umindanao.edu. For Zone 2, which comprises of the engineering, the criminology, ComSci, and IT, RPC Tagum Zone 2 at Umindanao. And for us, Zone 3, RPC Tagum Zone 3 at umindanao.edu.ph. So that's it. Psych and EB English for DTE all programs. So let's be clear lang po. Ito po na email ko or email ng ating Zone 3 is the official. The other one po, yung Lovely May Prieto at Mindanao, that's exclusively for my advisees lang po. So students, please, palihog ko, tanggalato ninyong email na ako sa CC. That's my email intended for my advisees alone para masegregate na ko kung panel ko or advisor ko para dili ka magligo. Okay? So the documents that you need to submit are the following. So your research agreement form, your title proposal, your questionnaire, and your title evaluation form all filled in. Nasulatan na ninyo tanan with the necessary details needed for those documents. So step 6, your outline proposal documents that are needed. The manuscript, which comprises of your introduction, your methods, and your references. For references, later on, i-flash po namin yung intended and required from the course that you are in. So lahi-lahi na po ang format ng atong way of referencing. It's according to your course na po. Next, your questionnaire, the Turnitin form na ay necessary signature coming from the research personnel na dapat. And then your endorsement letter for outline defense. Okay? So students, kani siya na mga documents dapat present me. Why? Because the next following steps needed gihapon especially sa inyong Turnitin. Kaya usually mo niya malingkar permit sa student, samot madugay. Okay, sendan lang nilag manuscript. Tapos ang iingon nila sa content sa ilang email, please magpa-plagiarize me. So we, as your research personnel here in RPC, maglibog me. Okay, saan manina mo, magpa-plagiarism test daw siya, pa-turn it in. Pero kulang og attachment, kulang og form. So please, go back to your research guide kung sa needed na i-attach na to. Okay? Step 7 tayo. The stage 1 of your step 7 is submission of outline proposal documents for your advisor's review. Okay? Again, you have to give him or her 5 working days to check your paper. Dili na pagpasa karon, gusto ninyo karon po dayon reply si advisor. Bakit? Babasahin pa po ni advisor ang paper nyo. Check pa po ni advisor ang paper nyo. I-review pa po. And then it will be sent to you pag na-assign comments and suggestions that you need to edit and revise in your paper. So the following documents are needed for this step. So your manuscript for outline, your questionnaire, the endorsement letter signed, duly signed by the personnel na naka-indicate dito, your subject teacher, your advisor, and your research associate. And also your Turnitin form. So let us note that the proponent paper is subject for evaluation. Once it's approved, the advisor will email it to the Turnitin form with e-signature and endorsement letter for outline defense with e-signature. Always remember na magpa-sign usa ka sa atong advisor o research subject before po nato i-send sa RPC para tuloy-tuloy at masaya ang buhay. Step A, plagiarism test for outline proposal. This is now parang major shift sa ating process. Bakit? It has been observed. Please po, paki-off ng mic natin. We can hear you po breathing. Okay, salamat po. Check your work mics po. Okay, madungog po na mo kamo. Off po tayo ng mic. So, baliktad. For your plagiarism test or for your Turnitin processing. Previously, it has been a practice na isend ninyo tanan sa Turnitin Tagum at umindanao.edu ang inyuhang paper. But since there was an abuse of using that, and as per earlier discussion, na there are students na mawala manggod sa thread, okay? And there were students who have done this and that, okay? Nga nagtuo sila na dili na mo ma-discover din sa RPC. So, please po, students, remind yourselves na kanang atong mga anomaly nga atong ginabuhat sa atong paper, gina-check po na sa RPC. So, makit-an ginanamo pag inyong tanggalan ng table, inyong tanggalan ng pila ka paragraphs, pag inyong giusab inyong paper. Bakit po? Meron po tayong word count na nakasave sa up to ang Turnitin. So, your first run of Turnitin, i-check na mo. Kung tayo, ang count dito is 1,500 words. Pagka-second Turnitin, which is before final defense, tama ba? Kasi ang first is before outline. After outline, before mag-final defense, magpa-Turnitin. So from outline, imuhang count sa words ito is 1,500. Nganong pag-abot sa before final defense, 1,300 naman lang. Nanggamay na noon, ibis madugangan. Okay? So get the logic there. Ma-check na namo. Where in Turnitin. So mo na masakpan mo na mga students nga mga yug tabang dito sa Arellano, ma'am giing ani magdug na mo ma'am ning naing ana ma'am. So sa result, previously 72% first running, pagka second run 5% na ang layo. Bakit hindi naging 50, naging 40%, 5 agad? There's something wrong with your paper and we are checking that one. That's why we need to follow this new process. Pag magpa-Turnitin na mo sa AMUA, you send your paper to the following email addresses according to your zones. Dili na po sa Turnitin. AMUA na tong isarado ang Turnitin, Tagum at Mindanao na email. Okay? So, atong thread na to from the very start na nakipag-istorya ka sa imong research personnel from advisor down to RPC, the same thread na senda ninyo sa inyuhang paper for Turnitin and plagiarism test. Para easier for us to trace and easier for us to check and review if you have done something wrong in your paper. Your research personnel po are checking the quality of paper that you are sending and reviewing. So since one of our university value is excellence, so ato adyo na siya ginapaningkamutan na ma-achieve. So students, palihog lang. We have been sending students to our OSA because they have been practicing or malpracticing. Okay? Lisod ang research, yes. But you have to understand that in every difficulty, it's not just a difficulty, it's a challenge. So challenge yourself. Okay? Gusto man ta ma-professional. So be it. Sundo na to. Okay? Sige, with clean slate, palihog lang. Ma-check na mo pag mamoy ibuhat sa inyong paper. And we will call you attention and we will report you to OSA. Okay? We have had many cases, good. And some of it actually, we would like to commend our faculty members no kay mo participate yun and mo coordinate it sa mga, especially pag naay kababalaghan na ginabuhat ng estudyante. Thank you po, moms and sirs. So, you need to, moving on, so kani sila ng mga email addresses, dili na mo mag-send sa inyong Turnitin sa MOA. Then you have to attach the following. the manuscript, your Turnitin form with advisor e-signature if this is before outline, and as well as include your endorsement. Though wala siya na-indicate dire, pero gusto na mo na i-appeal na siya. Okay? Pasabot, na-check naman good sa inyong sa inyong RPC ay inyong paper because gi-endorse naman na endorsement letter. Okay? Na mag-outline na mo. Sige, let's move on. Stage 9. The submission of outline proposal documents to research personnel. So you have to email your advisor, panel 1, panel 2 of the following documents. So your manuscript, naka-play yung manuscript ninyo na Word file, yung manuscript with your result of your Turnitin in a PDF file, kami mo send ana, your questionnaire, the endorsement letter, your recorded outline proposal in a YouTube link in a recorded type, your PowerPoint presentation for the outline defense, and the thesis evaluation form, which is filled, naana siya isulod sa mga names sa inyong panel. Okay, dapat nakasulat dito kung si 2 sets mo na siya for panel 1, panel 2. Kung si panel 1 na to is si Dr. Pascual, isulat na to dito, ibutang na to dito. Si panel 2 na to, si Ma'am Prieto, ibutang ko na to yung name dito. So the paper is subject for evaluation. Panel 1 and 2 will respond through email with the manuscript comments and suggestions, as well as the thesis outline defense evaluation form with the rating after na follow ninyo ang ilang suggestion and comments. So the rating will be sent and given to you the moment you have revised and edited your paper as per comments and suggestions of your panel 1 and panel 2. Dili po na pag-send na to sa atong proposal documents, pagka 5 minutes na adayon atong rating. No po, i-evaluate, check, i-review po na sa atong panel 1 and panel 2. Step 10. After outline paper review, which is 10 working days to allot for your research personnel, the proponents shall do the following. Number 1, create a summary of the minutes. Sa dagwayan ng minutes, we'll be sending you a copy of it. Naami link, kinaihatag. And then you have your manuscript, edited manuscript based on the minutes, one of suggestions and comments from your panel. And then edit the questionnaire based on our likes po. Madungan na mo ang inyong mga lagang na ito. Maluoy mo sa amuha. Salamat. Okay, step 11 tayo. Checking the online manuscript and questionnaire. Validate after editing it for 5 days. Hello po, moms and sirs and students of our mics po. Salamat. Okay, let's continue. Step 11, checking the outline manuscript and questionnaire validation after editing. So that's still 5 working days. So after which, you email your advisor, attach the following documents. Your outline paper review, minutes form, your outline manuscript, the questionnaire in a Word file, and the questionnaire in Google form link. Okay, note that the proponents of the paper is subject, or the paper is subject for evaluation. Once it is approved by your advisor, the researchers will email the manuscript, which is good for routing, and email the letter questionnaire validation with e-signature. Step 12 tayo. Step 1 of your step 12, your routing, the outline, manuscript, and questionnaire validation to the panel member 1. Still, you have to allot them both, panel 1 and panel 2, 5 working days. Pero, if I may suggest, para dili na kayo sa lisod, you can actually send them together or both panel 1 and panel 2 and you allot them 5 working days. Okay? Kaya pwede man na silang sabay na mag-check sa inyong paper. Though lahi-lahi na sila og comments and suggestions, pero pwede na ito na isabay og send sa ilaha. While waiting for panel 1, you're also waiting for panel 2. So okay lang na isabay na sila para ano tawag ito? Maka-paantag time na to ba? Dili masaya. Okay? Step 13 is the routing the outline manuscript and questionnaire validation from your panel, which will have 3 days for them to work it out. So the panel members will be sent of the following paper or documents: outline paper review minutes form, your outline manuscript, the questionnaire, the Google form questionnaire link, letter for questionnaire validation with your advisor's e-signature, questionnaire evaluation form. So dapat naka-fill in na dito ang title sa inyong study, ang inyong mga pangalan, and duha ka buo. Panel 1 and panel 2. Again, your paper is subject for evaluation. So once approved by panel member 2 or your research associate coordinator, will email the questionnaire validation form with the rating. Note that your subject teacher should be notified. Your S1 subject teacher should be notified or notify your subject teacher 1 for the completion of your grade. So fill up completion of grades form at Dean's office and attach the following: 1. Outline evaluation form coming from your panel 1 and panel 2. 2. Questionnaire evaluation form from panel 1 and panel 2. Question: kinsay mohatag sa among grado ma'am sa among Res 1? Si Res 1 subject teacher ko. Okay? Klaro na siya. After which, ma-release yung grado, or while waiting for your grades to be released, you can actually start the next few steps of your paper. Okay? Para while waiting. That is if na-comply na ninyo ang following steps from 1 to 13, and you also notified your subject teacher and you have done this part. So pag natapos na to, you will just be expecting your grades. While expecting and waiting for it, you can proceed to your step 14. So your step 14, you need to provide and prepare the following. Okay? Kay mag-data collection naman mo, Ana. So you email your advisor and you have to attach the following: 1. Your letter for the conduct of the study, and 2. Waiver or parent consent. Tatlo ito. Kasi tatlo man kayo per group. As per OPM, tulo laman din dapat. So dapat tulo ka buok na waiver. So parent consent must also be signed by your advisor as faculty in charge. The advisor will email the letter for the conduct of the study with his or her e-signature. So ito na yung start na inyong Res 2. Okay? While waiting para ma-enroll sa Res 2, you have to, ano bang, maskig na humana ang Res 1, nag-end na ang term, ang SEM, please ayaw undang sa inyong papel. Email pa rin, continue the steps pa rin. Kay sayang ang time para dili ta makulang sa time. Step 15. Stage 1 of it is 1. Routing the letter for data collection to Research and Publication Office in 5 working days. So you email your coordinators or research associates with the following email addresses according to your program and department. So again, Zone 1, ito yon. Zone 2, ito din yon. And for us, Zone 3, ito po ang email natin. So you have to attach the following documents. Group 1, letter for the conduct of the study with the signature of your advisor. Group 1, another waiver or parent consent file. So group 1 lang ako ingon diri, pero dapat ang group ani is nag-start sa Z3 number. Okay? Note that the research coordinator will email the letter for the conduct of the study with his signature. Step 16. So routing the letter for data collection to the dean. This will give you 3 days, working days. So print and submit the following at the dean's office drop box. So, meron na po tayong Dropbox doon, na-coordinate na po ng RPC, ang Dean's Office, na dito po ninyo ibutang inyuhang letter. Kung wala po ta nakatuod, mangutana po ta sa Deans. Hello po, Ma'am Sisters, good morning. Asa po ang Dropbox na mo diri atong para sa RPC na documents na mo, o ihulog na ninyo dito. Okay, so what are the things you needed to submit to the Dean's Office for step 16? Letter for the conduct of the study with e-signature of advisor and research coordinator, the waiver or parent consent, and your questionnaire. Moving on, step 17, data gathering and data tabulation, which is given to you and good for 2 months only. If shorter, much better. Okay, note that kani siya nga time, it has to be kanang sa end sa inyo ha ba, student researchers, dapat kompleto ang atong data ha. Speaking as a data analyst, dapat po ang data na na-collect natin is kompleto. So, dili po ta makipag-communicate sa atong data analyst kung IDI pa lang ang atong nahuman. Wala pa ta nakahuman ng FGD, dapat mahuman pa na sila tanan before hello po, off po ng mic natin. So moving on, you need to attach the following, okay, or you need to prepare rather the following. So one, letter of the conduct of the study, your link, and your certificate of appearance. Okay, naay ni Angie bata diri student researcher, ma'am, asa na mo ni papirmahan ang certificate of appearance? Sir Lars? Hello po, Sir Lars. Okay, on behalf of Sir Lars, correct me if I'm wrong po, Sir Lars. Kaning certificate of appearance, kung asa po ta mag-conduct sa atong study, kung asa ta ni adto nga nag-distribute sa atong mga questionnaire, dito po ta magpapirma. Sabot ato nga ni adto jud mo dito sa ilaha and nag-conduct jud mo sa inyong study. Ma'am, pandemic man gud ta karon. Okay? Pandemic man gud ta karon, ma'am, we've done it via online. So, nag-interview me via online. So, our certificate of appearance, pwede po nato na-confirm sa ato akong gipang interview via online. Okay? And indicate in the certificate as well na you've done it through online. Okay? Step 18. So, pag na-comply na nato ni tanan, na-prepare na nato ni tanan, this is the time that we will contact our statistician and data analyst. Statistician for quanti, data analyst for quali. Note that you have to give them 5 working days and you need to CC your advisor nga nag-send na mo sa inyong data analyst, which are, or unsa tong mga documents na needed nato, the endorsement letter, patulong sa statistician and analyst, the tally, the manuscript, and the evidence during survey, including email responses, pictures, na naka-word file tanan. This is your evidence na naka-document sa study. Screenshot mo kung nag-Gmeet mo sa inyong mga participants or respondents. The tally that we are talking here is the raw data, and if marunong na po tayo mag-tally, the tally itself. If not, then you ask and seek help from your data analyst or statistician. Note that the paper is subject for evaluation, and everything will be accommodated once it's approved by your advisor. So, inyuhan na siyang ang inyong advisor now will email the endorsement letter to the statistician and add this with her or his signature. Step 19, you are now working with your data analyst. So your statistician or analyst will expect you the following. I-submit ninyo the manuscript, the questionnaire form, tally, Excel or Word file, your statistician or data analyst certification, and the evidence that you have conducted study. These are pictures, email responses from your end, and the end of your participants or respondents. Note that your statistician and analyst will email the data with the basic explanation and statistician or analyst certification and the endorsement letter to statistician or analyst then is signature. Step 20. Okay. Step 20 is advisor evaluation of the final manuscript, which will be within 5 working days. Actually, 5 to 10 working days ito. Kasi isali na namin ang holidays, Saturdays, and Sundays na skip. Okay? Plus, napagin na sila yung mga vacation leave, sick leave, okay? Vaccination day leave. So, you email the advisor and attach the following: your manuscript, full paper, your statistical analyst report, statistician and data analyst certificate, the Turnitin form, and endorsement letter for final defense. Bakit meron naman tayong Turnitin form? Kasi before you have your final defense, magpa-run po tayo niyan sa Turnitin paper. Again, your paper is subject for evaluation. Once approved na the advisor, they will return it to you with their e-signature and all the necessary documents na dapat lagyan nila ng kanilang e-signature. Step 21 is the plagiarism and Turnitin processing before your final defense. So we have allotted 5 to 10 working days to accommodate your paper. Again, you email RPC through the following email addresses. Again, dili na mo mag-email sa Turnitin Tago pag mag-Turnitin Samwa sa inyuhan ng zone na coordinator. Bakit? Para easy tracing and dili mo mawala sa thread. Always use one thread. So attach the following for your plagiarism test: your manuscript, the Turnitin form, and please include as well the endorsement letter for your final defense. Need to know mo. Para ma-check na mo if i-check ba, na-check o i-agi ba sa inyong RPC or advisor. Okay. So note that the Research and Publication Center will email you the result as well. Step 22, submission of final defense documents to your panel 1 and your panel 2. So again, you have to name the documents according to the following. And these documents will be sent to your panel 1 and panel 2 for their evaluation, review, and checking for your paper. So all you need to do is attach your manuscript, the result for plagiarism test, the statistician and analyst report or result, endorsement letter for final defense, with signature yan, yung advisor, evaluation form, and then 2 copies po for your panel 1 and your panel 2. Nakasulat na dito, inyo nang i-fill inan, di-apil ninyong pangalan, ang title, the recorded final defense, your YouTube link, and the PowerPoint. Again, paper is subject for evaluation. A lot time for your personnel to read, evaluate, and check your paper. Di na pag-send ka ron, sandali lang po. Okay po, please, maluoy, pa-off po tayo ng ating mic. Okay. Let's move on. Step 23, final paper review, which is 10 working days. This is the time where your paper will be reviewed. So you have to allot 10 working days for that matter. Okay, so the proponent or proponent shall do the following. Still, you need to create a summary of the minutes and you need to edit your manuscript according sa common suggestions ng panel 1 and panel 2. And that should be reflected in your minutes. Step 24, advisor evaluation of manuscript for 5 working days. So you email your advisor the following: final paper review, summary minutes form, final manuscript edited based on the suggestions and comments of your panel 1 and panel 2 as reflected in your defense minutes, and the turn it in form. Kasi ipapa-turn it in yun naman ang paper nyo after the paper review. So routing for your final manuscript, which will give us 3 working days. So you will submit your final manuscript, the minutes, and the turn it in form with your advisor e-signature to your panel 1 and panel 2. Pwede na ito na siyang isabay. Okay? Para dili masaya ang atong time. Okay, your paper still is subject for evaluation. Kaya i-double check na sa inyong panel members. Step 27, the last and final plagiarism test and turn it in processing of your paper. So, mo ni siya dapat ang ikatulo. Pag abot diri sa ikatulo na run, pag dili maabot ang 25% na atong ceiling, meaning, magpa-run, ibalik na sa inyo ha, pag-receive, kung tahay, sa third run, 32%. So, wala na-achieve ang 25%. Iuli sa inyo, isend sa inyo ni RPC ay inyong papel. What you will need to do is revise and edit your paper. Ibalik na sa amuha, kaiparan na mo nagbalik. Together with it is the payment 500 pesos. Kay ika-fourth run naman na ninyo. Kay sa third run, wala man na-achieve ang 25%. So, isa ika-fourth run, okay, kinahanglan ma-achieve na ang 25%. Ganun, pagdili, magyapon na ibalik sa inyo. Inyo magyapon na i-edit. Pagbalik nyo sa amo together with the resibo again, 500 again. So, first, second, and third run lang dapat. So, kung dili pa achieve ang 25%, pagpara na to ulit sa inyong paper, after niyo na-edit, magbayad na mo 500 pesos sa cashier. Before mo ato cashier, hapit mo sa RPC, kay manghatag big note sa inyo ha, para dawato ni cashier ang inyong bayad na 500. So you send the resibo, the final manuscript nga gi-edit ninyo, balik sa amo sa RPC according sa inyong zone, ipara na to usan. In the event nga di gihapon ma-achieve ang 25%, ibalik na po na sa inyo ang result, inyuha na po nang i-edit, bayad na po mo 500. Okay? I hope that is clear. So, step 28, final manuscript for Grammarly. Kahay, na-achieve na ninyo ang 25% na threshold. So, your paper now is subject for manuscript for Grammarly. Please note, dili pwede na unahon ninyo pag Grammarly inyong paper, tapos diha pa mo magpa-final Turnitin. No po. Mauna si Turnitin. Pag magawas ng result ni Turnitin, diha pa mo magpa-Grammarly o magpa-run sa Grammarly sa inyong advisor. So your advisor should have a Grammarly account. For research personnel po na wala pang Grammarly account, kindly coordinate with Sir Pascual po para ma-request po natin ang inyong account. So your advisor will email the manuscript, the Grammarly result in Word file, and Grammarly report in PDF file to you, and the approval sheet with e-signature and routing form. Advisor as your grammarian or sa Grammarly with e-signature. Grammarly certificate in a form of PDF file. So after which, step 28 pa rin, phase 2. Routing for booking or email statistician data analyst. So inyo na isa inyong full manuscript na nagka-Grammarly na, and then nahuman na po Turnitin, apil ang routing form sa inyong statistician and data analyst. Nanuman, na ay part dito na mo pirma na sila. Okay, step 29, stage 1, your routing for booking. Wait lang. Routing for booking, which you will allot 5 working days sa inyong panel 1. So attach the following for manuscript, approval sheet with advisor's e-signature and the routing form. Kay naanay permahan si panel member diha, panel 1 ninyo. Okay? The same with inyuhang panel member 2, inyuhan ng papirmahan ang inyuhang routing form, which is in your step 30. Okay? After which, proceed tayo sa step 31. This time, you will email your program head. You have to attach the following approval sheet na may pirma ni advisor, ni data analyst, ni panel member 1 and panel member 2, and your full manuscript. Note that si program head din po will have his or her time to check and evaluate your paper. Once it is approved, pirmahan na ninyo yung approval sheet and ihuli sa inyo. And next, inyuhang dean. Magpirma po si dean sa inyuhang routing. So you need to submit printed copies of the following na igulog ninyo balik sa Dropbox na gibutang sa RPC sa Dean's Office. This includes your manuscript, your full manuscript, the IMRAD format, the approval sheet with e-signature of your advisor, panel 1 and 2, your data analyst, your program head, and the routing form. Next step 2 of your your step 32, the research beneficiary should have a copy of your paper or should be informed. So email the target research beneficiary of the study. You have to prepare the following beneficiary form. Secure their e-signature and photo during the handover of the documents and your manuscript. Kaya sila man ito yung maka-benefit, they should be informed na human naman sa inyong study and your study is their reference for the well-being, the growth and development of the establishment, institution, and their office. Step 33, your research payment. So individually, you will pay 900 kung tulong mo. When we say individually, mas ipag individually mag-pay og 900, sabay mo adto sa cashier mo bayad. Ngano man, kay kung tahay, say first 2 students, nagbayad na 900, na ikaw, wala pa kakabayad, so dili makamove on ang inyong group. So dapat sabay mo magbayad. So kung duha lang mo, tag 1,350 mo. Kung ikaw ra isa, kaya ikaw lang jud isa gusto nimo or by circumstance, ikaw lang jud isa, 2,700 good ang imong bayaran. So kung tulo mo, 900 each. Final checking of your paper, step 34. Your drive will be given during your research orientation, which will be today, na i-drive diri. And always remember to use your U Mindanao email account. Okay? So, ito yung needed nyo para sa inyong booking. Your folder 1, from cover page to references, print ni siya. Okay? So, print ni siya. Then, ang needed is your manuscript in Word file and manuscript in PDF file. Folder 2. Your research agreement form, save in PDF file. Your title proposal, save in PDF file. Your research evaluation form, save in PDF file. And all of these naa sa ato ang Google Drive. The drive will be given to you. You will have access. Pero amo yung i-secure yung research subject teacher and yung advisor nga maka-download ni sila. Pero as per Ma'am Hazel kanina, ma-download po lahat ng file natin. So lahat na siya makuha ninyo sa atong G Drive, which will be given to you later on. Okay, folder 3, print ni siya. So research fee, final evaluation form, evaluation by the students to research personnel. Okay, naanihatag sa FB ang link. Endorsement letter, soft and or e-copy. Form 1, photocopy, isa-isa. Student copy, Excel, okay? Then, how to comply your grade. Okay. Klaruhan na ni nato siya that your Res 1 na subject, si subject teacher ang mga tagrado. Res 2, si research advisor na po ang muhatag o grado. So, si research advisor karon naa na sila naka-assign na code pag magpa-enroll mo sa resto ninyo. So, RPC will be releasing these codes to your research advisors and in our FB page. Tama ba ko, Sir Lars? Hello, Sir Lars?
Yes, Ma'am Love.
Opo. So, amo nang i-announce, ihatag ang kaning research codes ninyo for your Res 2, coming ni siya sa rack. So, pag magpa-enroll naman sa inyong Res 2, please pangitaa ang code sa inyong advisor. Puntahay inyong advisor kay si Sir Pascual na anay naka-assign na code sa iyaha. So, mautoy inyong i-add sa inyong Res 2 nga subject. Okay? Para dili ta mga wala. Klaro ba na, students? Hello? Nabay estudyante na minaw dere?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, klaro na siya ha. Kay basig mag-flop na bubog ani sa office. Ma'am, asa may magpa-enroll sa mga resto? Muadto mo sa RAP, naa sila listahan, o mag-announce mi sa FB, maghatag kumig code sa inyong mga advisors para ma-inform tang tanan mo oning codes nga inyuhang i-enroll sa inyong resto. Amo na prepare na siya sa RAP. Okay, thank you, Sir Pascual. We appreciate the effort. Si Sir Pascual po nag-plaster mo na pag-abot sa inyong grado, si advisor po ang maghatag sa inyong grade upon the recommendation of the RPC. Because po, our OPM states that no hardbound, no grade. Tama ba ko, Sir Lars? Sir Lars?
Yes,
Okay.
Ma'am Love, tama.
Okay. So, kaning ato ang ginaingon na no hardbound. Okay? Naan siya gamay lang na revision kay pandemic man tano. So, ang amo ang suggestion ani kay naatay e-copy pod or soft copy. So, as per practice previously, wala na mi nagpa-hardbound but we rather ask for copies of kanang CD na lang ninyo. Pero, Sir Lars, magpa-hardbound pa ba this school year po? Or mag-remain e-copy, Sir Lars?
Wala pa advice ang RPC.
Wala pa kay advice. So, wala lang ta ha. Basta kay before sa inyong resto mahuman or before mo mahuman sa yung paper, mag-announce namin na kung sa'y needed. But, for the meantime, at least mag-prepare mo of the following. Okay? Kani siya para matagaan ta grado. Okay? There will be changes in this part. We will wait for the announcement na sa pero for the meantime, kani ang atong ma-prepare. So, endorsement letter for e-copy and soft copy, completion of grade 4, naka-attend ng fora dapat because we will be per zone ang atong fora. So, still for evaluation pa ni siya and ma-notify ta ani. And then, mag-meeting pa bumibalik ani for our fora. And then, your print folder 1 and 3 only. So, 2 CD copies, 1 soft copy. Naka-drive di siya, folder 1 and 3. So, your font style, layout, Arial regular, font size, 12 for regular text, 11 for excerpts, analytical transcript, margin, top 1 inch, bottom 1 inch, left 1.5, right 1 inch. Orientation, portrait. Paper size, A4. For paragraphs, use italics for emphasis, not bold or underline. Use justified alignment, no space after or before paragraphs. Use double-spaced format, bold style uses reserved for headings only. The table lines make visible only top, bottom, and heading horizontal lines, no vertical lines. Center title, introduction, method, research, discussion, nasa center, magiging sila. Conclusions and recommendations, references and appendices, heading and title, bold text. So, ito po yung time allotted for your research personnel. 5 working days, gina siya, pero ang max ani is 10 working days. Ano man, we have to be mindful of the vacation leave, vaccination leave, birthday leave, holidays, excluding Saturdays and Sundays. So, in-ana po ang ihap sa ato ang follow-up. After 5 working days, now we have the right to follow up our research personnel. Kaya niagi naman ng 5 working days, wala pa man reply si Ma'am Prieto, i-email na ko siya pusap. Okay? Sige. This is the distribution of your research payment. Bakit 2.7 siya? Kasi 1.2 po doon is for our advisor. 700 sa ating statistician and analyst. For our panel, 400 each. So, 2.7 po yan yung lahat. Okay. Balik po tayo. That is our addendum 1 pa lang po. Addendum 2, so na-announce ko na po earlier na ang atong resto grades will be prepared and submitted by student researchers advisors. Again, no hardbound, no e-copies, non-completion of required documents given and asked by your RPC, no grade. Next addendum tayo, yung correct email format. Yung email thread and email contents po natin. So earlier, na-flash ko na po ito, ibalik ko lang for emphasis. So pag mag-inquire, mag-question, and mag-request po tayo, ito po yung format natin. So your research personnel, okay? Mapansin po ang ating mga queries and requests. At again, we have to indicate attention para makita nato kung kinsa ang rightful personnel na mo address sa inyong concern. Always CC your advisor, the RPC head, the research coordinator per zone, your Res 1 teacher, your panel 1 and panel 2. Why do we have to CC them? Para each and every personnel sa inyong grupo makabalo kung asa na mo dapit and matrace kung asa ta dapit na dugan. So everyone is aware. Okay? Next for Turnitin. Again, dili na ta mag-email sa turnitin@umindanao.edu. Dili na po. Mag-email na ta sa respective zone.
It's 11:30.
Po nato. And then, kani ang correct format para matagad ang ato ang email. Please, ayaw intang mag-email. Good day. Magpa-Turnitin me. Tapos attach ang files. The Turnitin is for what? Outline defense, for final defense, after final defense. So you have to indicate mo nang naatay ing ani na content dapat. Easier ang tracing, easier ang pag-process sa ato ang papel. I hope klaro na siya. Okay, email thread. Okay, unsaan kasabot aning email thread, ma'am? I will give you the sample. Ha? Mag-example pa ani asa kong email. So, tahay kani akong email. Okay, Data Privacy Act, sorry. So, kung tayo maghimo mong email, kung kani inyong email, inyong isisi ako. Isisi na po ninyo si Sir Lars. Tara. Tapos, ang inyong research personnel, kung ang subject ninyo diri is, subject ninyo, group C3001 _ outline defense. Akong format, nag-iingon na ako, ibutang na ninyo diri, no? So, kung kani siya na thread na inyong gigamit, forever hantod mahuman mo sa inyong papel sa research, hantod matagaan mo resto na subject, maulang ninyong sundon. Okay, wala na mo ilain nga diri nya maghimo na pud mo bago o mo na ni duha na ka thread. Ayaw, diri lang mo isa lang ka thread. Easier ang amuang tracing. Remember, na gina-check in taon na nako ang inyong thread. And I always give warning sa mga estudyante nga tagtulo magpasa sa akuan. Na isa ka thread na pod. Ang content the same lang siya. Please do not do that. Okay? Kaya nag-reply namin sa Picas thread, nag-email mo, tapos dito na po mo mag-follow up, doon na ka-thread. So, asa may mag-reply? Okay, again, na-apoy right si research personnel, dili mo tubag sa inyong laing thread. So, stick to only one thread. Okay? Next po tayo, email contents. So, emails without contents or did not follow the suggested format will not be entertained. So this is a go signal with the permission of our RPC head. Ang atong research personnel, they have the right nga dili pansinan ng inyong email pag dili mo sundon tong among gi-suggest na format. Nganuman, pag receive ana nila sa inyong email, kung saan man namo ni wala man mo'y mga information nga gihatag sa amo nga ay i-check na di ay kay panel ko nila. Ay ako ana dining i-analyze kay data analyst ko nila. Okay? Please do not email us, hello ma'am and sir, pa-check me. Dili na siya pwede nga email, ha? Let's practice email etiquette and professionalism sa way pag-email, especially sa content po ng atong email sa atong research personnel. Let's move on. So again, we have 5 to 10 working days na i-allot sa atong research personnel para mag-check, mag-verify, mag-review, mag-evaluate sa ato ang papel. Do not email them, do not disturb them during Sundays, holidays, their leave, vacation leave, birthday leave, vaccination leave, uban pang leave. Your personal na ako na sila right according to our OPM. Dili po na sila allowed matubag sa inyo pag naka-sick leave. Kaya naka-sick leave po, nagsakit na siya sa taga-Asia time. Kaya kamo bitaw, pag magsakit mo, ginasabot mo. Thank you. Next, again, our Turnitin Tagum U Mindanao account will be dismantled and your research paper that is good for Turnitin processing and plagiarism test, isend po sa inyong zoning email. So for our zone, kani po, RPC Tagum Zone 3, tanan magpa-Turnitin, magpa-process, magpa-plagiarism test, diha po na to isend. No more sending sa Turnitin Tagum. So kung unsa tong thread na inyong gigamit para magpa-perma, magpa-check, magpa-evaluate sa mga, the same thread inyong gamiton para mag-send sa mga for Turnitin processing. We are doing this for or to achieve the quality of the paper that we are sending. Para mawala na po ang atong mga malpractices and inyuhang mga kabuang tunog. Okay? Next. So, the other concerns that were raised previously and it has been observed by the office is this. One, always CC your RPC head, your research coordinator / associate. Always be mindful of organizational structure when asking signatures from your research personnel. Kung nakabutang sa letter na mag-usa sa mo, papirma mo sa inyong Res 1 teacher, papirma usa bago magpapirma sa inyong RPC coordinator or head. Forgery, copying of e-signatures and using it without the permission of your research personnel will be duly hindi siguro punish, pero tuan siguro ipatawag na mo. So, in ani ang sitwasyon ha, let's say for example, na ngayon mag-e-signature sa inyong advisor for Turnitin form sa inyong outline defense. The next time around, na magpa-turn it in mo, mga nasud mo pirma ni advisor, mangayo mo permission. Dili kay gihatag na sa inyo once, inyo na siyang gamiton maski asa no. Forgery ang tawag na to, anak. Pwede na mo report sa OSA. You always have to ask permission from your research personnel. Ayaw magpataka o gamit. Especially sa ako. Wala ko nagahatag o e-signature na ko na picture. Ang akong ginabuhat, ginadraw na ko na sa file. Meaning, ang pirma na ko sa isa ka document is different from the next document. Mailhan ko na nato, naka-folder po. Sige, let's have an example. Makita na ko sa inyo ang ano, matrace na ko po, ha? Okay, kani po. Students, makita ninyo?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Each group na ay folder. So to know, group Z3025 down to kani nga grupo na po ko'y file sa inyong tanan. Please do not attempt to use my signature for whatever purpose. Tanan po. Okay, open ako ha. Sa isulod ani example. Dara akong comments, dara ang outline endorsement, dara ilang paper. Okay? Open na punta. Dara. Na ako'y copy tanan, please do not attempt. Na ako'y copy anak tanan. So kung sa tong gisend ninyo sa ako sa email, na download na ako'y copy anak tanan ko. So please lang, do not abuse the kanak bang inyuhang orientation sa inyong self na adi na mapansin na ma'am. Yes, sa inyong hara nang hunahon ko. Adi nato na mapansin. Your research personnel are checking your paper. Dili lang ako tanan ni. So naami copy anak. Okay? And all files sent to you from RPC should not be converted to any kind of file. Puntahay. Nag-send mo sa ako o kanang document file sa inyong change of data analyst. Pag-send na pagbalik sa inyo is naka-PDF. Though gisend niyo sa ako ang Word file, ayaw ninyo na siya i-send. Ano man, kaya naka-PDF na siya, di mo na siya mahilaptan. So the next time nga namoy kopyahon nga part diha, dili na siya magtarog kaya naka-PDF. Okay? Sige. Next, mauni ang atong contact po. Okay, na-change na po kay ito po ang aking consultation hours, 10 to 12 na po, dili na 1 to 2 p.m. Kaya na ako'y klase na 1:30. This is our email. Okay. Before we attend to your questions, we would like to hear from our head, Sir Pascual, for announcements, reminders, and instructions. Sir Lars.
Buntag, daghang kayong salamat, Ma'am Lovely. Murag nakasulti na nimo ang tanan, no? Muna lang reminder sa mga students, please follow instructions, follow the research guide in concerns, issues, academic concerns, or research-related concerns, issues. Please raise it to the rightful person, ha? Dili magpataka upo sa social media, automatic adto sa RPC, or again, send your queries, concerns to the emails provided by the RPC. Okay, atong isosolve lang ato ang research-related concerns atong level, no? Kay mga fourth year na baya mo, third year, mag-post na yun sa social networking sites. So let's help one another and just take your time, no? Enjoy doing your research, no? As you continue to sail through the waves of time, lisod kaayo kay pandemic, pero sige lang, mahuman na lagi hapon mo, no? So thank you, Ma'am Lovely, for facilitating the research orientation for our students. And if you wish to, again, wala na sabtan, mga o research guide, or sa panay pangayoon ng mga forms, Ma'am Lovely is ready, no, to provide you those. Thank you. Good morning.
Thank you po, Sir